Hey everyone, today we're talking about a projector that actually delivers a great big screen experience without turning your living room into a home theater cave. You know the frustration, you want to watch the game or your favorite movie on a proper screen, but the room's too bright, the picture looks washed out, and the colors just don't pop like they should. Well, I ran into that exact problem last weekend when I tried to set up my old projector for the Sunday match, and the image looked more like a dim laptop screen than an actual TV. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. So I did what I always do, I started digging for something that could handle real living room lighting without costing a fortune. That's when I came across the BenQ TK800 True 4K UHD HDR Home entertainment projector. It's not some tiny Pico unit, it's a full-size projector that sits on a coffee table or a shelf and still throws a massive 100-inch image that actually looks sharp. The TK800 uses a DLP chip and packs 3000 lumens, which sounds like marketing fluff until you see it in action. I set it up in my living room with the blinds half open, and the picture stayed bright and colorful, no squinting required. One of the first things I noticed was the 4K UHD resolution. Text on the screen, whether it's a scoreboard or a movie subtitle, is crisp enough that I don't need to lean forward to read it. That might not sound like a big deal until you've tried reading tiny yellow text on a green football field with a projector that only does 1080p. The TK800 also supports HDR10, which gives movies a wider range of colors and deeper blacks. I streamed a nature documentary and the reds in the sunset actually looked red instead of orange, and the shadows had real depth. If you watch a lot of movies or stream from Netflix or Disney+, that HDR really makes a difference. Sports fans are going to love the football mode preset. It boosts the green saturation and sharpens the contrast so the field stands out against the crowd. I tested it during a Premier League match, and the ball was easier to track across the pitch than it is on my 55-inch TV. The 3000 lumen lamp also means you don't have to kill all the lights to see the action. I had the projector about 6 feet from the wall, and even with daylight coming through the windows, the picture stayed viewable without looking washed out. Setup is straightforward. The TK800 has HDMI 2.0, so you can plug in a cable box, a Fire Stick, or even a gaming console without any lag. I hooked up my Xbox Series X and played Forza Horizon 5 on the big screen, no frame drops, and the 4K textures looked great. The projector is also compact enough to tuck away on a shelf when you're not using it, and the built-in speaker is decent for casual watching, though I still use a soundbar for movies. One thing to keep in mind is the fan noise. It's not loud, but if you're in a quiet room you'll hear it humming in the background. It's louder than some ultra-quiet projectors, but it's still quieter than my old unit. Another point is the throw distance. If you want a 100-inch image you'll need about 10 feet of space from the wall, so measure your room before you buy. On the plus side, the included remote has a backlight, which is a small detail that makes late-night channel surfing a lot easier. All in all, the BenQ TK800 is the first projector I've owned that actually feels like a real alternative to a big TV instead of a compromise. It handles bright rooms, delivers sharp 4K with HDR, and has a sports mode that makes watching football feel like you're at the stadium. If you've been putting off getting a projector because you don't want to live in the dark, this one might finally change your mind. Link is below if you want to take a closer look.